Hey guys, Jonathan here, and today we're visiting Halfords to pick up one of their modular storage boxes. Now, this is a really cool box I've had my eye on for quite a while, to be fair, and essentially they do pre-made foam inserts with like a small amount of tools in them. You can fit 3 of them in this box. They have loads of different tool sets that you can put together and make your own custom box. However, I think I can fit more in that toolbox if we use a shadow foam piece. And in this video, we're going to make a shadow foam insert to fit this box, and we'll put it on the website so you can pick up your own, and we're going to see how many tools we can put in there. So let's head inside, pick up a good selection of their tools and see what we can do. Right, so this is the modular tray storage case that we're going to be transforming today, and it fits 6 of the module segments in it. So basically we've got to choose out 6 trays that are going to fit in here, but today's challenge is to see can we fit more than 6. So first things first, let's go through the segments and choose out the ones that we want. Basically, we want to try and put together the most comprehensive tool set using the Halfords range. So I've only had a bit of a mooch through, and we're in the UK, so we don't really use Imperial. So we've got the T-handle metric Allen key set, and then the T-handle Torx, and this is security Torx as well. So we've got those 2, and I'm pretty sure we can boil those down into probably 1.5 a size, so that's a good start. We've got a 3/8 socket set. Now they have 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch, but 3/8 is kind of like the happy middle, isn't it? It goes right down to 8mm, and you can get smaller sockets on an adapter because there's an adapter in the set. We've also got their 12-piece flexible ratchet spanner set, which is going to be perfect for this. They've got a few options. They've got fixed, normal spanners, fixed ratchet spanners, normal combi spanners, and they've got some like offset ones as well, but I think that'll do for this. Then we've got a set of adjustables. I don't love adjustables, but usually you need 2 spanners. We've got their plier set, which is pretty classic really. It's bull nose, long nose, snips, and then mole grips, so that's pretty good. And then they only have 1 screwdriver set, which isn't ideal really, because it's basically flat or slotted screwdrivers and then Phillips screwdrivers. Now I prefer posi drive really, because most of the stuff we're doing is with posi drive screws. And also these little small ones, I'm not sure how good they're going to be. And if you look over here, they have a load of tools that aren't in the modules. So I think what we'll do is we'll go for the 8-piece screwdriver set over here, which has got stubbies in it. We can also get one of the loose, kind of really long slotted screwdrivers, because you know what it's like, you usually need a big old pry bar. Not that you should use it as a pry bar, but you know, you always need a large, big screwdriver, so we'll get one of those. Something else that stood out to me is the normal Allen key set, because sometimes you haven't got space for a T-handle, so a normal Allen key set we can get as well, and essentially see how much extra stuff we can fit in this modular system. So I think I'll put this back, get that Phillips set. Where the heck did this go? And get it all back to the workshop. Right, so back from Halfords, and we've got the modular box, and we've got all of the sets. I think we've got a pretty good selection there of the Halfords advanced stuff. Now I've got some friends and customers that use the Halfords tools, and they swear by them, they love them, and I have to say, anything that's got a lifetime warranty, you're going to expect to be good quality. So I've got high hopes for this lot. Now all of this, everything you can see pictured here, was £319.99 with UK VAT, but I do have a Halfords discount card, so if you're in the trade, it's worth looking into one of these, because with that, it all came down to £261.14, which is about 20–25% discount, which is pretty huge off the hand tools, and I think you get even more off like wipers and consumables and stuff, so worth looking into one of those if you're in the trade. So what I think we do now is open it all up and see for ourselves, what are these tools like? Right, so that's all of the tools out of the packaging and into the case. I kind of just wanted to check they all fitted. I think in the shop I was talking about 6, this fits 6 inserts. Now it does, but technically it actually says it holds 3 Halfords advanced modular trays with wave foam in the lid. So there you go, I'll just show you. That's 3 inserts in the bottom with the egg crate foam, and it shuts obviously as it should. But what I would say is that it does fit 6. But just not in the most appealing way. Obviously that's a much more useful kit with 6 inserts in there. 3 just doesn't feel like very much, to be honest. The only thing is, obviously, it's not ideal to use when it's like that. And then the other thing is, they do physically fit in there, but if you close the lid, they fall out. I think we can do better. I think this is a great system, and it's the only company I've ever seen doing something like this. Right, so that's all the tools unpacked, and we've got a mix of quality. I'd say the majority of this stuff is really high quality. The sockets, the ratchet, and the spanners are really nice chrome tools, and you can kind of understand why they're lifetime warranty. You know, even with the spanners, you can kind of tell if they've got like this really fine tooth. Kind of a cheap one doesn't have as many teeth in it, and it kind of like, it doesn't have that nice clicking, which I think that's quite a nice one. It's like a 72 tooth. 72 tooths. or if you're in Wales, 72 tooths. Now there's a conversation for the comments. Is it tooth or tooth? I get the feeling that this is kind of one of their, you know, flagship products or something they're quite proud of, because everything in these foam inserts is branded Halfords. You've got it laser etched on the pliers. With these kind of T-handles, you can usually tell a cheap set because all of the blades are wonky. You kind of have a set and they don't line up. So these are all good and there's a nice weight to them. So all of the stuff in the foam inserts is great. These, however, are a little bit sad. That's the word I'll use. I don't want to be offensive to Halfords because I do like all of their other stuff. I mean, this looks like old packaging. It still says lifetime guarantee. It still says Halfords Advanced, but the actual tools in the packet. So this is a set of security Torx keys and a set of Allen keys or hex keys, depending on what you call them. They don't have Halfords engraved on them and they don't have Halfords printed anywhere. And they are the cheapest, nastiest Allen keys and Torx keys you can get. They're kind of like your pound shop level. You pop into Home Bargains or Wilko, somewhere like that, and they've got tools hanging up. I don't think they're going to last you more than a year, really. So a lifetime warranty is going to take a hammering on these. But, you know, maybe we've got an old set. They didn't have the new branded ones. So my feeling is they had a whole cupboard of this stuff. And then there's a few bits with the black packaging on, and I kind of felt this might have been old stuff, but hey ho, we've got a set of each. I do think this set needed them to round it out a little bit. So, and then finally the screwdrivers. And it's funny because they've been doing this exact same screwdriver, I would guess, for 20 years. Maybe 25. If you know when you work for Halfords or you've got an idea, let me know. Because when I did my first oil change on my car at 16, I bought a container of oil from Halfords and got a free set of these, and I've still got them somewhere, and they're the exact same, and I remember loving them then. It was my best set of screwdrivers I ever had. Not I ever had, but it was my best set of screwdrivers for a long time, and they still are good quality. The handles are just weighty and they don't feel like cheap plastic. They feel like a really nice ergonomic design. Ergonomic. Right, so that's the tools reviewed. Obviously, it's just a quick blimp at them really, because I've not tested them in anger. You know, these have not been used in anger.
Even in anger.
So, next thing we've got to do is cut a shadow foam insert to go in here, and then we can actually start transforming it and seeing what we can fit in here. So, first things first, we need to measure it. So, I'm assuming these are both the same, but we will measure them separately. So, it's 547mm by 377mm, and it's always important to measure it on the sides because you can get, I mean this won't really bow much, but certain shapes, particularly metal drawers, if you're using metal drawers in toolboxes, measuring them in the middle they can bow out a little bit, so you want to measure them right at an edge. So that's a John's top tip, that is. Sometimes I do see in pictures, people say, I ordered this, it's not fitting, and they've measured it right in the middle, and right in the middle, because it feels like naturally that's where you want to go, measure it in the middle, but obviously you'll see in a metal drawer, it's thin sheet steel, it bows out, so this case won't really suffer from that, but we'll still measure it on the edge, and it is still 547, and it is still 377, and then we'll measure this side as well, which is 553 by 382. And then depth-wise, we've got 25mm and 42mm. So we'll have to go 30mm in the base, and we'll make a 30mm insert for the lid too. That is the thinnest that we do. So we've got the sizes. Let's go and cut them out on the CNC. Right, so that's the inserts. We've got the slightly smaller one for the bottom, which fits in there just perfect. And then this one should fit in there, which is also perfect. So that set of inserts, twin pack, is now available on shadowfoam.com. Link in the description if you want to get some inserts for yours. And obviously we do have these in all 7 of the colours as well, but I think we're going to go with the Halfords orange for this toolkit. So let's do a layout. So there's the layout sorted, and it's come together quite nicely there. I'm pretty happy with it. And you might notice there's still a piece of foam here from the Halfords range. Now, I can probably save a little bit of room by pushing them together, but actually I really like that piece, and it holds them all nice and snugly. They've all got Fingerpulls, so we're going to cut that piece of foam there, and we're going to keep that, and that'll fit snugly in the base. Then we've got the adjustable spanners, which we've kind of like wound them down, and then they're taking up a heck of a lot less space. Technically in here, we should just have 3 inserts, the spanners and the plier set. But what we've actually done is fitted all 4 of these in one tray, and we haven't even had to take that one out. We've ended up fitting 3 trays in the space of 2, and then in the lid, we've got the Torx set, the hex set, and we've got the two kind of Allen key sets that are like compact sets, normal sets, and then we've got all the screwdrivers too. And the reason why I've done it this way is because all of the light tools, the things that don't weigh as much, are in the lid. That is 6 full modular systems from Halfords, and the screwdriver set, and the Allen key sets, all in there, nicely spaced with a little bit of room to spare. So, let's get to cutting.
It's cutting time.
So, when it comes to cutting shadow foam, it couldn't be simpler. All you need is one of our basic cutting kits. This has got any anti-cut gloves, which we recommend wearing whenever you're cutting shadow foam. It's got a scalpel in there with 5 blades, and a pair of forceps. Now, they're used to put the blades on the scalpel. We've also got some cutting instructions in there, and a sticker, a branded sticker too. So that's everything you're gonna need, and it's everything I'm gonna need to get into cutting this. So let's get to it. Right, so there we go. That's all of the foam cut. I had to kind of tweak the layout a little bit. So I ended up bringing the hex keys and the Torx key sets down into the lower level. I didn't realize how heavy they were really. When I was doing the layout, kind of felt like they should go in the top because that's where the hex key T-handle and the Torx key T-handles were, but they're actually a little bit heavier. So I've moved them down. I would have liked to have got the mole grips down here because they're a heavy item too, but there wasn't any space. So I've squeezed it up here in the middle. We've cut all of the T-handles, and it takes a bit of a while to get them all kind of jigsawed together. And you can see that the actual T-handles and hex keys take up slightly more space than we've got here, but by putting them in one single insert, you can then have like these screwdrivers here overlap into what would have been that same bit of space. So that basically gives us now 6 full modules of tools fitted in here, plus an entire screwdriver set, plus 2 extra kits. So let me show you how you cut shadow foam. I've saved the last item, which is this mole grip set here. So you place it where you want it to go. You take the scalpel and you lightly cut around the item. You're just using it like a pencil. You're trying to capture the silhouette of the item on the foam. So you're not cutting very deep at this point, but you're making sure that the scalpel is 90 degrees or perpendicular to the foam, and you're tracing the outline onto the foam. Once you've gone all the way around, you can take the item out of the way, and then you basically make that cut deeper. Now this is 30mm foam, and this set of mole grips here is about 15mm, so we want to cut down about 15mm, but we can overshoot that. We can go down 20, it doesn't matter. And we'll cut all the way around and make sure we've met up. Once you've done that, it's as simple as pushing your finger down one end of the cut you've made and pulling the foam back towards you and peeling it out. Now you can see here, that's already pretty good, but it is, you know, we can get it smoother than that. We can make it look better, and it's dead simple. We just use one of our smoothing spinners, which come in our pro kits. You can also buy these separately, and we put it in the drill. So there's a 1/4 inch fitment on the smoothing spinner, which fits into any impact driver, but you can also put it in a normal drill. You basically just use it to skim off any little excess, any little bumps and lumps that are on the bottom, and you get it much smoother. So there we go. That's the item all done, and that is all of the shadow foam cut and finished. Last thing though, I want to add some finger pulls because there's a few items here that are going to be a bit tricky to get out without a finger pull. So we're going to use one of our stencil sets. Again, everything I've used here is available at shadowfoam.com, so the links are in the description. Here, I'm probably going to do a tram line all the way across. But then there'll be certain items, let's say in this one here, that we'll just have a little circle on. So let's pick one, let's pick an example. See this spanner here? This is gonna need a circle. So we place the circle where we're gonna go. We go for 42mm, and we just cut a semicircle out like that. And then we can go back and cut it deeper. And we wanna cut all the way down to the same level that we've peeled out to. That's just so your finger can like loop underneath the tool and pull it out. And then we'll just peel back the foam, and obviously in here we've actually put the 2 spanners. We double stacked them, so I didn't tell you that. We lost one of the smaller spanners underneath. So that's the first one done. I'll do some more finger pulls on this side, and then I'll do a tram line on here, and then that is all done. And there we have it, all finished, and I'm flipping buzzing with that. I think 6 entire modular trays of tools, plus the screwdriver set, plus the Allen key sets. That's a lot of tools. It's 85 tools in this kit, which is now what I think is pretty rounded out mechanical toolkit. And obviously the beauty of this is that you can make it however you want. So if you've got one of these modular kits and you want to change it up, you can head over to shadowfoam.com, grab a set of inserts in any colour you choose and dial it in exactly how you want it. Obviously it doesn't have to be all Halfords brand like we've done here, but I think it's a really great showcase case of what you can use this modular case for. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe. We do loads of tool organising projects, big and small, so there's loads more to come. Click the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future videos, and let us know in the comments what you think of the Halfords tool range, because if you're a big Halfords fan, you've probably got a wider selection of tools than I have, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, maybe some of your highlights from the Halfords range, and whether or not we should do one of the Halfords roll cabs. So let me know down in the comments. I read all the comments and I'll probably reply back to you, because I do reply to most comments. And for everybody who's about to write in the comments section, I bet it doesn't close, let's show you. So this is the light side, this is going to be the top, and there we go. Off to the next job.